Walking the puppy dogs, checking on my neighbor's veggies. Got some lettuces. And this is where I planted my wisteria plant. Look at that. The first bloom. Isn't that pretty? I planted that here at my apartments because I didn't know where to plant it at Mom's house. Anyway, it bloomed. This is the second year, and well, the first time I've had it in ground. Last year when I bought them, they were just in pots because the other one's at Mom's house, but it's in the backyard where it gets no sunlight, and I don't think it's anywhere near blooming. But yeah, I saw that bloom the other day and I thought it was so beautiful. We're just walking and sniffing. Come on, babies. Let's go check on the front pots. I watered them yesterday before I left for work, and they're still looking beautiful. The creeping Jenny is a little sad looking because it gets blasted with sun, but as it grows throughout the summer, it'll get more tolerant of the heat. This is just because I transplanted them last week. I'm just looking here. I have this little plant right here is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. It's vining. I keep forgetting the name of this plant, but that's the flower. And this one has not vined. It just flowered right on top of the soil. This one, it took a little bit longer to start doing anything, but at least it's doing the right thing. And I planted a couple tomato seeds in this pot called Cherry Falls. I don't see any germination yet. This is a I think it's indeterminate, but it's supposed to be a bush style, not like a vining style of tomato. So, and I forget. I bought a few different new tomato seeds, and that was one that grows well in a pot on the patio somewhere. So it's not dwarf. It's not dwarf, but anyway, that's the front. When I water, it discolors the concrete, and that looks yucky. I'm thinking about moving both of those pots into the dirt because that's just ugly. Just ugly. Just harvested this much lettuce off of like 3 or 4 little lettuce plants just from the sides here. Those 2, this one, and these 2. And oh, I didn't even see this one here. Get a couple off of that, but look at all these. Look at all of that lettuce up there that I need to harvest. I'm just picking from, oh, I see some aphids on this one. I'm just picking from the edges and from the bottom edges so that it can continue to grow and produce more beautiful lettuce leaves for me to eat. I'm gonna make a salad to take to work tonight. So this is my lettuce harvest. Got lots of lettuce. That's more than enough for one salad. And then I also harvested this spinach. Some of it is gonna go to the chickens, those yellow old leaves. But the spinach was growing here. So I've got 3 little plants. And I have some Swiss chard growing. So, and I have plenty of kale in the fridge too. So I'm going to have a nice salad to take to work tonight. So these are the chile guajillo and seeds. So basically I just pulled the stem off and emptied the seeds out, and then I just broke it up into pieces because these ones are pretty pliable also, nice and fresh. So I'm going to stick those in the oven for 20 minutes to get dry. But I figure since these are supposedly sun-dried and not like bake-dried or anything, I'm going to try to germinate some of these seeds. These are guajillos, and I'm going to try to germinate some of the Chile California also. I saved those. So that'll be a nice little project. I'm going to stick these in a baggie. These are pretty moist paper towels. So I'm going to stick it in a baggie, just in a plastic bag, and then I'm going to stick it in my little heat pad incubator thing over there on the table. And that'll be a nice little project, see if it works. Okay, so the Chile California just came out of the oven, and they're nice and crispy, so I'll let them cool, and then I'll grind them. Chile guajillo getting ready to go in for 20 minutes. Spread them out. I don't know if you can tell who I'm watching in the background on YouTube. It's the Views Club. I get a lot of my Mexican recipe inspiration from these girls. But ultimately, I always end up just making it my own. I use suggestions and tips and tricks that I learn, and then I just wing it usually. Make it my own. Where are those oven mitts? There we go. Okay, so chile guajillo going into the oven for 20 minutes. There they are. Set the timer is 5:41 a.m. And the eggs are baked, so I'll stick those in a baggie when they cool off and bring them over to Mom's house. And she can grind them up in her Vitamix. That's what she uses to grind the chicken powder eggs. And then she feeds them back to the chickens to make good strong eggshells. So I got this chuck roast from Wegmans. It was like 15 bucks. It's a pretty big piece. And yeah, $15.45. I guess that's not a bad price. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna wash this and stick it in the crock pot here, and I'll let the crock pot cook it for me. I'm gonna get some spices. I'll use onion powder, garlic powder, comino, maybe some Mexican oregano. I might just save that for the sauce though. And I'll probably cut up a fresh onion and stick that in there too. So I just ground the Chile California, and I have just under, where's the measurement? Just under 8 ounces. Just a little bit less than a cup. So now I'm going to blend the Chile Guajillo. This is my little coffee grinder that I use just for blending spices. And now that I've ground the Chile Guajillo, it is just slightly, barely at or above the 8-ounce mark on this mason jar. So both of those bags of chiles dried is about a cup. which is perfect because I'm going to use a little bit less than a cup probably to make the sauce. I have the beef in the crock pot and a slice of purple onion, and put the seasons on the beef. There's like maybe 2 ounces of water in there at the bottom. But I'll mix that so that everything gets seasoned really good. And I have some frijoles that are soaking here. Probably should change the water now and get some fresh. And then later, when I'm ready to cook everything, I'll make some rice, because that only takes about 20 minutes. So I'm at Sam's Club, and this is the one that I bought. It had 2 red and that color. 3 plants, and this is what's planted in front of the at the front door on the 2 planters. Clematis. I could never remember the name. Thinking about getting some of these fruits, not the strawberries. We got plenty of strawberries. But I was looking for blueberries, but I don't see it. No blueberries. Unless this is blueberry. 2 berry plants. One is blueberry and one is blackberry. Blueberry peach sorbet. Or blueberry pink icing. Interesting. Raspberry shortcake. So what do you think? They're $17. For Mom's house. I just don't know. I don't really want the raspberries. I just want the blueberries. There's a bunch of echinacea. 6 plants. I've never heard of this one before, but that's really pretty. Okay, just wanted to show you that I found the clematis. That's what I got growing. Sam's Club / Aldi haul. Just got back home and I obviously had to go for the crunch roll. At Sam's Club, I always get one of those when I go there. Got a bunch of tortillas, some more peppers, cucumbers, carrots, great big old thing of sour cream, a couple cream cheeses I got from Aldi, a big old bag of garlic from Sam's Club. All these cheeses are from Aldi and the grapes are from Sam's. And a chicken. I'll tear this apart and make some, what is it called? Arroz, chicken arroz caldo. And I feed that to the dogs. But I forgot to get sweet potatoes. Oh man. Onion powder and garlic. Just to put that in the pantry because I go through these a lot. I use a lot of those too. What else? Well, when I got home, I checked the crock pot and the beef was done. It is so good. It's in here, but it's not enough. Not enough. So, and I knew it wouldn't be, as it was like halfway cooked and I checked on it before I left. So I told myself to go to the store, get some more beef. And I think I overdid it because Sam's Club had Angus beef chunks, like big old chunks. So I got 2 of them because they were on sale. It was like, you know, like the day old bread kind of thing. Anyway, so I got 2 of them. They were $9 each, just over $9 each. And I washed them and cut them into chunks and threw them into the crock pot with some more fresh onion and garlic. Put some more seasonings, all the same ones. And I just threw them into the juice that was already in there. So we'll let that cook. And I'll be assembling some enchiladas tonight. Did get a couple more tomatoes, some more onions, avocados and mangoes. I've got 2 ripe mangoes there that I need to chop up. And I did get another pineapple, and I have a pineapple there that I need to cut up. All that fruit, I just let it go to bad. I'm so terrible about that. I let it all go bad, so I've got to chop it up and take it over to the chickens. And some dog food. And that's our grocery haul for the week. And I'm sure I'll be eating on these enchiladas literally all week long. I could have enchiladas all day, every day. I just love enchiladas. Oh, and I got some honey because I'm gonna make some fermented honey and garlic. I've got a bunch of mason jars, some brand new mason jars that I bought. Where are they? There. And I'm gonna fill a couple of those and make some fermented garlic. So a couple projects to do, and I still need to go to Home Depot. And get some bricks, 24 by 24 inch bricks for Mom's greenstalks. She wants to put those up. So they need something flat to sit on. If you guys have not had a California crunch roll, hey, why you barking? Then you're missing out. All it is a California roll. Hey, you. It's a California roll with fried onions. It came with these darker ones, and I just went ahead and added some extra fried onions from what I have at home. The wasabi got me. Anyway, yeah, if y'all haven't tried this, you are missing out. This is the only way to eat a California crunch roll. Like, this has ruined California rolls for me. I can't eat them any other way. They have to have fried onions with the sauce. I think it has the soy glaze and yum yum sauce on it. And then they cover it with fried onions. The best. You should try it if you haven't already. I'm at Mom's house. Just got here. Left Home Depot. Went to Home Depot and got a bunch of plants. I got blueberry. And this thingy looked very interesting, so I decided to get it. It's called Rush Junkus. Height is 6 to 48 inches. So it actually blooms in the summer, early to late summer. So I figured we'd try this out, see how it goes. It's a perennial. So also I found these. They're called Rio, and I got 2 of the red. Very pretty. $6.98. I got the small ones. I'm hoping this one is a yellow one. It says red. It's marked as red. Pink, actually. This is a hibiscus. What's it called? This is a hibiscus pink rose, but it looks kind of yellow. The yellow ones, they only had it in the large size, and they were like $29. So I was like, I'll pass. But here's the other one. And then here's another. This is the actual pink hibiscus. So I got little baby hibiscus for Mama. and we'll find somewhere. She said she wanted it to be colorful, so I bought her some colors. And I got 2 great big 24 by 24 bricks. Just some random guy helped me load them into the car, but I got them onto the flatbed cart. And I picked up 3 hanging baskets for her because she wanted 3. Hi, Romeo. She has 3 new hanging thingies for hanging baskets. So, hey, maybe we can put one of those hibiscus in this planter. That would look nice. Anyway, and then I got 4 bags of cow manure and compost, because that's all I could fit on my cart without struggling. Brought over the doggy laundry, the eggshells, and some compost. Oh, and some chicken food. Some food for the cheeky boos. Anyway, I'm gonna leave Jethro right here. Stay, Jethro. Stay right here. Okay, stay. Because this is where these are gonna be unloaded. She wants them up here, up in the front. So, I guess we'll probably put one like right here. These got to go. I hate these things. I hate these. I always knock them over, and Mom hates it when I do that. Anyway, we'll put one there. It's pretty flat. I may have to go get some rocks, a bag of rocks for both of these. And then the other one will go like right here, somewhere in this area. I may have to move the kale and just put it like right here. But yeah, this is where she wants her 2 greenstalks to go, and that's what these 24 by 24 bricks are for. The greenstalks. Okay, let me unload all this stuff. I'm at Mom's house. Just finished everything in the garden, and I planted one of the hibiscus plants that I bought from Home Depot here. I was going to do a Home Depot haul, but I forgot. I unloaded everything. This is a Rio Red. What is this? The name of this is Dipladenia. So I got 2 of these. They're really beautiful flowers. And here's the other one. And these are at the front garden bed. Those tulips are almost done. Once they turn yellow, I'll cut them. I'm not digging them up. They came back last year, so they'll be fine. Still have the bricks in Jethro, waiting for Mom to help me unload them. And I planted the other hibiscus over here in that yellow bucket. See it? And I planted the blueberry bush right there. Everybody's been watered really, really well. Here's the growth on the Chicago hardy fig. And this is where I planted the interesting looking perennial grass that I bought. Forget what it's called. Kind of funny looking, but I like the way it grows. It's curly and coily, so it could get up to 4 feet. So we'll see how it does right here. Oh, and I dug up and transplanted the asparagus forest that was all in that little section right there, and I transplanted them all along up until there. All the crowns, they were pretty good size. Everybody's been transplanted. And then right underneath the trellis here, all along here, I planted probably 30 pole beans because so many, they're like 4 inches apart, 3 or 4 inches apart. But I planted them thick like that because there's so many roly-polies in this garden bed that they're going to eat the young growth. So not all of them will live. And I've got plenty more. So if I need to, I can fill in the holes and plant some more all along here. But this is going to be my bean trellis this year. Yeah, that poor little guy over there, she's not doing well. This is Mary J. Wedding cake. She's not doing well at all. Poor thing. Oh well, it was an experiment. This is my bin with the my pot with the calla lilies. You can see them coming up. And this is some sort of sedum. I forget what it's called. But right in this little area here, I planted, I can't remember if I planted it inside the garden bed or here on the ground. But I planted beans all over the yard just to see where they would grow and if they would grow. Beans of the castor bean plant. Such a beautiful plant. And I also planted some right over here. One here and one there. That big bushy green plant is the mosquito plant. I forget what it's called. Whatever the mosquito plant is. There's one in that potato bin over there, and one over here, 2 over here also. And I think there's one at the front somewhere. There's one somewhere else. But that's the mosquito plant. And anyway, so Mom has done some seeding. She planted some seeds in all these. And there's some on the other side of the yard too. Everybody's been watered already. I'm just going over it again. This is where I'm going to plant my Italian squash, the zucchini rampicante, which has sprouted, by the way. It just popped up through the ground yesterday, through the dirt yesterday. So, and then right over here in this little space between the fig and the blueberry, I planted 2 beans of the castor bean plant also. And right up at the front where the mailbox is, right behind the brick, the round brick thing where the mailbox is, I planted a seed over there. I just planted them all over the place. Planted some in the shade over there just to see if they would grow in a shady environment, you know. Anyway, so that's it. I planted all of my new plants, flowers from Home Depot. Everybody's been transplanted. This is my potato bucket, and there's already green growth. Look at that. Where is it? Can you see? Green growth there, and here, and there. So they're coming up. They're coming up. Lettuce is looking good. And, oh, there's my blueberry bucket. Mom planted some lettuces here from her store-bought lettuce. And this is the strawberry bed that I transplanted last week. There's a red strawberry over here on one of these plants. See it? Right there. Anyway, This area gets afternoon shade, which is what we're getting right now. It's early afternoon, and then in the evening the sun comes from that way, from that direction, and hits this bed also. So it gets morning sun and evening sun. This is the one transplant that lived, and I guarantee you Mom doesn't take it in the house at night. It's too cold. I need to take that back home. That's what I need to do. Put it under the lights. Alright, I'm going to turn off the water. Everybody's been watered a couple times now. And all we need to do now is take the bricks out of Jethro and place them where she wants her greenstalks. Then I can go home, shower, and make my dinner. I'm gonna pick up the kids from school today. Crystal contacted me this time. So she's working until 8, and Jesse works night shift tonight. So nobody to pick up the kids after track and band. So Anthony gets out at 6, and Jesse and Chloe get out at 5:30. All right, everybody's been watered. This is my ginger bed, and this is half of this from the left of this collard plant. And the collard plant to the left of it is the potatoes that I planted. So let me turn off this water. I'll let y'all go now. Thanks for checking in today. After working in the garden this morning, I came home and showered, and now I'm cooking, getting ready to prepare the enchiladas. This is the sauce. And what I used for the sauce, I actually burned the first batch. It's in there. I used half of the chili powder that I made yesterday, and I came over here and started shredding the beef and forgot that it was on the stove. Music's too loud. And so I forgot that it was on the stove, and all of a sudden I start to smell it, and it's burned in this skillet. So I had to empty it and start all over. So I started all over with the second half of that powder that I made yesterday. Thank goodness I separated it. And then I also added some just regular chili powder because it wasn't enough, and some ancho chili powder. Ancho is pretty kind of a more spicy pepper. The Guajillo and the California that I ground yesterday are more mild. So, but I tasted this sauce and it's perfect. It's not spicy at all. Not even for a second. So anyway, I put some oil in a pan, put the spices in the oil, cooked that to wake them up. And then I added some of the beef broth, which I strained from the beef that I cooked in the crock pot. Added some beef broth and some water and a little bit of chicken bouillon and some tomato paste. And so this is the enchilada sauce, and it's pretty thick. As you can see, it's perfect. It's perfect, actually. So don't even need to continue to cook it because it's perfect. I've got the frijoles in the pan here, and I don't even know if they're ready yet. Oh yeah, they're ready. I'm gonna have to strain some of this water, because last time I made them it was soupy beans. And then I'll put some of them in the blender to blend them up. I have the onions already sauteed, and I have some more onions here with some more tomato paste for the rice for later. This I'll use in the rice also. And I'm thinking I'm going to end up making 2 batches because every time I make one skillet, which is like this size, it's gone after eating. Because I'm feeding the 3 kids tonight. I've got to go pick them up. It's 3:30 now. Jesse and Chloe get out at 5:30 from track. And I think Crystal said Anthony gets out at 6 from band practice. So I've got to leave here at 5. So that gives me 3:30, 4:30. An hour. That's not long. That gives me an hour to put together these enchiladas real quick. So I'm going to do that. And I'll pop them in the oven when we get home. Alright, I got the beans done. Just blended them up. And added some more of the liquid to it. I'll cook those, warm them up when I get back home. And there's the rice. Rice is all done. Enchiladas are in the oven. And this is the aftermath. I have some tortillas that are left over that I will sop that salsa up with and make little tacos. I made myself a little taco snack for the road. It's 5:02, so I need to leave now and go get the kids. Look at them dogs. Just so adorable. Thinking they're gonna get some. But it must be so good. They're clearing these plates. Look at that. How good is it, y'all?
Very.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
9.
Numero uno.
9. 1 for Chloe. Yeah, but she's eating it, so it's more than a 1. How about you, Jess?
9.
A 9? Hey, I'll take it.
Numero dos.
If you were in a restaurant and served this, how much would you pay?
I'd pay.
$10.
I'd pay.
$10 is good.
25. I'll pay 25.
Hey, I'll take it. Okay.
Nah, that's too expensive.
Yeah, it's a lot.
You gotta think about it. 2 enchiladas, a serving of rice with the toppings. That's about $25.
Go to Mexico.
If you go to Mexico, they'll charge you about $25.
Jesse, you're probably right if you have it delivered through DoorDash, because they charge extra fees and a tip. So if you had it delivered through DoorDash, it'd probably cost you about $30.
Oh, Jen, do you have any coconut water?
Coconut water? I do.
Do you?
Mhm.
I have one.
Oh, you can have some because it's a big bottle.
Oh.
And put it in a cup. Yeah. How much would you pay, Chloe?
10.
10? Okay.
You got hair in
10 is kind of reasonable, but 10 would only get you 1 enchilada. Not 2.
Well, then I guess I'm going to a different store.
Well, it's called inflation. Everything costs more now. You get less for the same price of what you used to pay.
I'm cheap, so.
Thank you, Joe B.
Thank you, what?
Joe B.
Oh,
my
okay,
God.
yeah.
This is Joe A, Joe B, and Joe C. Joe A is saving money by